Welcome back to the next episode in our tutorial series. I am IvyMan1992, and today I'm going to teach you how to use and play with my new add-on I created called Perfect Spawners. Are you tired of spending hours upon hours looking for that perfect spawner, only to find out it was just a zombie spawner that you don't really need inside of a dungeon? Have you ever wished that mob spawners just had a different entity in them, that you could just put whatever you want in there? What if you had the ability to create one yourself right in survival? If so, then my add-on is perfect for you. Let me explain. When you first join a world or you gain one piece of rotten flesh, you can actually make or receive a book called the Perfect Spawner book. You can see it right here in my inventory, and all you have to do is just hold down on it to pull up the GUI menu and take a look at this. Welcome to Perfect Spawner add-on by IvyMan1992. The ability to create monster spawners in survival gameplay is now in your grasp, but it may be more difficult than you expect. Click the buttons to find out more. I have introduced a how to play section, recipes. We talk about how spawn eggs work and how monster spawners work. And I know what you may be thinking, monster spawners in survival, being able to make them, isn't that a little bit OP, Ivy Man? Well, it may be, if they were easy to craft. Not in this add-on. No. You have to grind for these things, and it's going to be more difficult than what you expect, but totally worth the rewards. So here's how you play my add-on. Your goal is to collect enough rotten flesh, bones, spider eyes, and blaze rods to make special monstrous and primordial forms of the base items. For example, 8 rotten flesh can be crafted into 1 monstrous flesh. 8 monstrous flesh can be crafted into 1 primordial flesh. Gather 1 of each of the primordial items and craft them with a chicken egg to make the primordial egg. Which, by the way, I made a typo there, so just ignore that. I can update that. The key to crafting a spawner and gathering spawn eggs. Please note this is meant to be a difficult task. 64 rotten flesh, 64 bones, 64 spider eyes, and 64 blaze rods. Not only does this actually require you to see at least 1 spawner, but you could potentially spend hours collecting these items unless you build a mob farm yourself. So if you want one of these bad boys, it's going to be a grind. So hopping into our crafting table in survival mode, we can actually see some basic recipes to get ourselves started. The key to the add-on is the primordial egg. In order to receive that, we need primordial flesh, primordial bones, blaze rod, spider eye, and 1 chicken egg. Now the thing is, if you were to take 8 rotten flesh, you can make 1 monstrous flesh. And that unlocks the recipe for the primordial flesh, but you can see that we also need 8 more of those bad boys. So, we're going to go ahead and just make all 8, and now we can make 1 primordial flesh. We can do the same with the blaze rods. To gain monstrous blaze rods, a primordial blaze rod, we can do monstrous bones. For a primordial bone, a monstrous spider eye. For a primordial spider eye, and then you gain the key to this add-on, primordial egg. The primordial egg is actually used in a monster spawner recipe, so as long as you have 4 chains and you have 4 iron ingots, you can make any monster spawner that you like. But you also have a choice. You just spent hours making that 1 primordial egg. Will you get a spawn egg, or will you make a monster spawner? The choice is up to you. In case you forget the recipes, my book also has a recipe list so you can see how each item is made, including the monster spawner and the primordial egg themselves. So that's a pretty cool addition of it. But let's say that you want a sheep spawner, something not normally possible in the normal game of Minecraft. All you have to do is find yourself a nice little sheep, and then while holding the primordial egg, just hold down on the sheep and you interact with it. You can see the special message popped up, primordial egg detected, I interacted with Minecraft sheep, and my egg is now gone and replaced with a sheep spawn egg. Now, the thing is, you can place this anywhere you want and you have 1 sheep, right? Just like you, little buddy. Yep, you're precious. Or you can grab the fabled monster spawner, pop your sheep in there, and suddenly you have thousands of sheep. This is just 3 of them, but you know, you get what I'm saying. Oh, how cute. This works for every vanilla mob in the game. I have not tested it on custom entities, so the thing is, what happens if you decide that you don't want a sheep spawner anymore, but you'd like a skeleton spawner like Soup King? Well, I'd say my sheep spawner is doing really well, right? But if we go ahead and we summon a skeleton, we have our skeleton. Ow! Stop it! Urgh. We interacted with him. Now I just gotta avoid being shot. Go away! Ow! Go away! Go away! Go away! Please go away! Go away! Ow! I'm gonna die here, aren't I? Please go away. Okay, he went away. Ooh. Always be prepared to, you know, have armor or something with you. We better turn this to day. Well, better yet, this is a good illustration. So, we pop our skeleton into the spawner so it replaces the sheep, right? So now, when nighttime comes, we should get a bunch of skeletons. And this is great, because suppose you find a dungeon actually in Minecraft that you don't like, you could just go ahead and switch them out. So you don't have to build a new mob spawner, but it does help if you want to place them in a specific location, like your home base. Oh, I'm getting scared for these sheep. Oh boy, there's a skelly. Run, 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 run. Ow! I'm gonna die. So it's good to note that I actually had included a spawn egg section inside my book. Spawn eggs are not crafted in this add-on, but are rather gained by interacting with an entity while holding a primordial egg. Right, so we went over how to do that. We can't just click on it. You literally have to hold down on them. I'm playing on mobile. It may be different on a computer in terms of interacting with the mob, but that's what I have to do. But I know what you're thinking. Let's just go grab ourselves a wither and destroy our friend's base. For one, that would be very funny, but not very nice. So, this add-on does provide limits on the OP mobs, right? The top 3. For example, I am not allowing you to grab an ender dragon, a wither, or a warden and infect your friend's base with like a million of these things. No. That's not good for Minecraft, and it really, well, let's just say it could pull at the heartstrings, and it can make somebody's day really bad. So you don't want to lose any friendships, do you? Let's do something a little more friendly and create a gas spawner in their base. I mean, come on, that'd be fun. If you're curious about how monster spawners work in the first place, I did create a little section that explains that as well. For example, spawners follow the spawn rules of the entity within them, so fish will not spawn without water. So if you try to create a fish spawner in the Nether, it won't work. Nope, not at all. You gotta use a lake or a river or something similar to that. And, you know, general rules apply for the monsters you're trying to spawn as well, right? So, let's say the skeletons, for example. Well, they gotta be at night, or they gotta be in a dark room. That's just the way it is. If it can spawn during the day, well, let it spawn during the day. But if you need special conditions, go ahead and change them to your conditions. This actually allows the... Why am I in a hole? Anyway, I guess we'll just talk right in the hole. This allows players to actually be really creative with their monster spawners. You can build towers, you can build bridges, you can build underwater sanctuaries for your particular critters. And hey, you know what? If you want to get technical, go ahead and grab you an iron golem. Snow golems, for example. Wither skeletons. This add-on, though difficult to grain a few of these things, actually can really enhance your gameplay. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to play with my perfect spawner. How about you? What are you waiting for? Go download my add-on at planetminecraft.com. I'll provide a link in the description below. And if you wreck your friend's base, let me know. I want to know what you did. Take care. Until next time, this has been Ivyman1992, and I will see you in my next tutorial.